Welcome to Quantum X Trades. We're going to take a look at a quick BTC analysis and take a look at total market cap and some altcoins. So from the daily price action, we're bouncing off the daily order block, which is the great area here, which is good, meaning in the short term will be bullish. But how strong this bounce is not yet known. We have to drop down to the lower time frames to see price action, right? But so far what we have observed is we have been dropping. We closed below that area, we made a pullback and we dumped. And again, we have closed below this area, this candle here. It closed, meaning it closed below the marked level, the yellow, meaning we are expecting a pullback into this area or that area and then continue to the downside. Now, the problem of it going to the downside is we are bouncing off a daily order block. So this move to the downside might take longer to play out. So we'll just have to, again, depend on the lower time frame to see which of these scenarios is becoming more probable. And the first thing that we can notice from the daily chart is, look at this. It closed below this, which should be a break of structure, right? It has broken above this, below this level, and it closed below this level, which is bearish, right? When you see such, you should be expecting price to drop, right? Make a pullback and drop. But since the price action is bearish and now we're bouncing off the daily bullish order block, that brings a serious confusion. Should I be shorting? Should I be longing? But we can't guess, right? But we can have like an educated guess of what to expect or which side to play. So far, we're going to play long in the short term, or we're going to have a bullish bias depending on the bounce. And then we have to check how strong the bounce is on the lower time frame. As you can see on the daily, we are already we closed, and on the daily we're already closing above the yellow line, which is good, meaning we should be bullish going into tomorrow, and it's likely to we're likely to close bullish today. So on the 4 hour, for example, we see some rather good green candles, and our target would be, let's say, 105,800. We can go as far as 109, 400, 500, somewhere there. And then from there, we might start retracing, right? If this move becomes stronger, we might even go higher. For example, come all the way up there, grab some liquidity above the yellow, only then have our drop, okay? All right. So far, I'm not looking for a buy, neither am I looking for a long. I can attempt, I'm not looking for a buy, neither am I looking for a sell. But I will, if I'm too short, I'll be targeting this range here. So was it 105, 107, 109, and probably 110. I would even wait for it to go a little bit higher, 111, and then attempt a short. Now, since I mentioned that we're bouncing off the daily order block, it's only wise for us to keep a bullish bias in the short term, according to price action. So let's drop down to like 1 hour. As you can see, I don't see impulse moves on the 1 hour. This is quite, I would call it choppy, but the price is moving higher. So what you can have is, grab some liquidity there, we can retrace, or we can come into this order block, bounce off it, then we create some sort of change in the set of delivery, then we'll attempt a short right about here, okay? So the most important thing is when price reaches these order blocks, I'll be looking for price action like this. So it tests, goes down, it creates this change of structure, then short this leg, I'll be looking for this kind of pattern here and here on this grade area and the upper grade area. So if I see that, I'll attempt a short. If it doesn't happen, I'll wait for price to attempt to reach the other order block and look for this structure. And this structure will be observed in the 15 minutes, for example. Okay. So today I'm trying to keep my video below 5 minutes, but I'm already at the 5-minute mark. So in the 15 minutes, what I'm trying to do is incorporating a little bit of Elliott wave. I've marked 1, 2, 1, 2. So for these to be called impulsive waves, we have to have at least, it has to meet the Elliott wave conditions, for example, from here to here. It should be about 1.618. Well, it has reached that area, but I don't like this wave 3 leg going up to here, because we have another one starting in blue. As you can see, there's another 1, 2. And this 1, 2 ends right at this level, the purple, which is around 106. So if price can get to here, yeah, then I will label this as 1, 2. This will be my 3. And then I'll mark at least that one as my, that would be my 3. I'll get a 4. Maybe we'll get a small retracement, a 4 and a 5. Only then will I mark it as my 3. Then we'll get a 4 somewhere and probably a 5. All right, this will complete. So we'll have like 1, 2, 3, 4 somewhere and 5. And then we have internal ones, which is this one, 1, 2, somewhere 3 over there, 4, and it will, for this one, 5 is ending here, and I'll mark it. Let's say, let me just put it as blue. Yeah, so this is not supposed to happen, or this is just me observing what is happening. And if we can get this will be labeled as an impulse wave, and this will confirm the strength of the daily bounce. Meaning, if we get that, we can expect a retracement, and then we can long it further to the upside, right? This is what I'm looking at. Okay. So something like that. So far, gentlemen, I don't see any trades. I'm waiting for daily to close bullish. Then we'll attempt to enter on a pullback. So I don't see any entry levels. Okay, 8 minutes. Okay, let's go to total market cap. Same thing here. On the daily, we had this reaction to the upside because we have reached the equal leg area, which is this, right? Usually markets reverse at 1.23 and 1.382. So we're already like making a bounce after making those 3 waves to the downside. So on the 4 hour, what we have is, let's see, so 1, 2, 3. Again, we don't have a clear trade. Of course, you see this, that's why you see Alta doing well. What I would love to see on the total market cap is a close above that, and then we can buy outs on the retracement. So first is a confirmation of at least a change of delivery, right? Turning this area here that you see, this area here up to, let me just say, grab the whole thing. Yeah, if we can close above and then use this as resistance to push the price higher, this would be a good way to trade outs. That's when I'll jump in outs. For the meantime, I don't want to just make uneducated guesses. I want to follow my system and price action as much as possible. All right, so on Ethereum, same thing, we are waiting. So a daily close today, we might have more movement to the upside, right? Let's see, daily. Okay. So again, we closed below here, right? We closed below, expecting a pullback and a dump, but we're already getting having a candle, daily candle, close within the range, So this would indicate a little bit of movement to the upside. That's what we're observing. So we'll see if the daily candle closes bullish, then we'll be trying to find entry tomorrow for a scalp long. But as I said, we'll be looking for, each time it approaches these areas, we'll be looking for a test, a drop. If it retests, drops, breaks structure, then we'll attempt shorting it further down. Yeah, so I'll remove this one, and then let's see, do I have, where's my indicator? Okay, so we have this one, and we have this would be our order block, and we'll mark it red because we're on the 4-hour time frame. We'll remove this. Yeah, so I'll be observing this scenario here, be the same scenario there to attempt a short. If I'm attempting a short, I'll be waiting for this structure on the lower time frame. But for the meantime, things are pointing to the upside. As you can see, we already have an FVG here. So let's drop down our markets. Let's quickly mark Ethereum like this. We just mark this area, let's see. And we mark it blue. Let's drop down to 15 minutes. Okay, so we might even see a drop to one of these areas or within this, and then continue up, or in this order block, and we'll see what happens there. So for the meantime, there's no long, there's no short. We're waiting for price to reach the these order blocks. So my trading system, what I'm trying to teach myself is to trade on the 4-hour, 1 hour, and 15 minutes. So these areas, gray areas, the red ones, are the ones I'll be using to either short, long, and they'll be my the points of interest, in short. Okay, so far I'm only observing. So tomorrow we'll be looking at these areas. For example, this FVG would be a good place to long. Even now, if I'm feeling lucky, I can even enter on this FVG and see what happens. So you see from this FVG, price is continuing going up. So we might get into this order block and see what happens. So the best entries will be upon retracement. When we've turned some resistance into support, that's when we'll be attempting a long. For now, I'm not going to long anything. Okay, again, 12 minutes. Wow, this is tough. All right, same thing here. So the pattern, I'm sure you get it. I'm not going to spend time overthinking. Price is going up. You can attempt longs. Yeah, it looks favorable. Yeah, the daily is up. Total market is going up. But I would rather wait for some confirmation before I jump in, most likely tomorrow. So see you tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Bye-bye.